The dark threat from the north. Could North Korea really attack the United States? Kim Jong-un, the enigmatic leader of North Korea, has long been a figure of both fascination and fear on the world stage. Known for his ruthless tactics and unpredictable behavior, he has kept the world guessing about his intentions, especially regarding his country's nuclear program. We'll examine North Korea's military capabilities, the potential impact of a nuclear or missile strike on the U.S., and the global repercussions of such an attack. We'll also explore the possible reasons behind Kim Jong-un potentially making such a drastic move and the potential diplomatic and military responses that could unfold. It's a sobering thought experiment that highlights the precarious state of international security in the 21st century. Now, brace yourself for a chilling question that echoes through the halls of global politics and defense. Strategies! What if Kim Jong-un attacked the United States? The immediate impact of a nuclear strike would be catastrophic. Major cities could be obliterated, causing massive loss of life and severe environmental damage. The use of nuclear weapons on U.S. soil would undoubtedly trigger Article 5 of the North Atlantic Treaty, obliging NATO to consider this an attack on its members. Consequently, NATO allies would likely respond with overwhelming force, potentially escalating the conflict to a global scale. This isn't just a hypothetical question, but a serious consideration given North Korea's growing nuclear capabilities and its history of belligerent actions. A nuclear attack would disrupt vital infrastructure, triggering widespread blackouts, economic chaos, and panic among the civilian population. A large-scale disaster could serve as a terrifying reminder of the regime's ruthlessness and discourage any potential dissent or rebellion. Sadly, the isolation and paranoia that characterize the leader's lifestyle may also play a role. Cut off from the outside world, Kim may have an inflated sense of his own power and feel that the U.S. could be toppled in a single devastating blow. Healthcare systems would be strained beyond capacity, struggling to cope with the aftermath of such a disaster. The psychological toll on survivors could be equally devastating, leaving many grappling with trauma and fear for years to come. This principle has been a cornerstone of Cold War deterrence, preventing a nuclear exchange between superpowers. These systems provide valuable time, albeit minutes, for decision-makers to respond. Additionally, the U.S. has invested heavily in missile defense technology, aiming to intercept and neutralize incoming threats. While no system is foolproof, these measures serve as crucial lines of defense against North Korean aggression. Let us know your thoughts on what measures can be taken to ensure global security in the comments below. Together, we can work towards a safer future. Furthermore, the U.S. regularly conducts military drills, both with its allies and independently, to ensure that its forces are prepared to respond to a range of scenarios. These exercises, while seen as provocative by some, are essential for maintaining readiness in the face of constant threats. However, in the case of North Korea, the equation is more complex. In the aftermath of a nuclear attack, surviving intact would be paramount. While it's crucial to acknowledge the potential for disaster, it's equally important to focus on diplomacy, deterrence, and international cooperation to prevent such a catastrophic event. Understanding the threat, strengthening defenses, and exploring avenues for peaceful resolution are all vital steps in ensuring that the nightmare scenario of a North Korean attack on the U.S. remains just that, a nightmare. Stockpiling resources, establishing robust medical facilities, and educating the public about potential threats and safety protocols are all part of this effort. The U.S., along with many other nations, takes these measures seriously, recognizing that disasters can strike without warning. The unpredictability of Kim Jong-un's behavior and the potential for miscalculation raises the stakes significantly. Diplomatic channels would likely be exhausted first, but given North Korea's history of intransigence, this approach may yield little result. Economic sanctions could be intensified, but their effectiveness in deterring Kim Jong-un remains uncertain. A military response would be the ultimate option, ranging from targeted strikes to full-scale war. Such a response, however, would carry the risk of escalating the conflict and potentially causing even greater devastation. In today's episode, we are going to delve deep into the dark threat from the North. The United Nations Security Council would be a critical body in this scenario, although the presence of Russia and China, both of whom have veto power, could hinder swift and decisive action. International organizations like the Red Cross would be instrumental in providing aid and support in the aftermath of such a disaster. But their ability to function would depend on the willingness of all parties to allow safe passage and respect humanitarian corridors. North Korea's military capabilities, a growing concern. The use of nuclear weapons anywhere sends a shockwave across the globe. Global markets would plummet, trade routes would be disrupted, and diplomatic tensions would skyrocket. Countries worldwide would likely scramble to bolster their own defenses, leading to a potential global arms race. Moreover, the attack could embolden other volatile regions, increasing the likelihood of similar actions elsewhere. Essentially, a North Korean attack on the U.S. wouldn't just be a regional crisis. It would be a defining moment in world history, forever altering the geopolitical landscape. Understanding the threat posed by North Korea requires a closer look at its military capabilities. The country's arsenal includes a variety of missiles with different ranges and destructive capabilities. Kim Jong-un's decision-making process is shrouded in secrecy, making it challenging to truly comprehend his mindset. However, some possible reasons could shed light on this dark possibility. Kim's erratic behavior often stems from a desire to assert dominance and project power. A brazen attack on the U.S. would certainly achieve that objective, sending shockwaves that reverberate around the world. Furthermore, Kim may view such an action as a way to unify his people under a banner of national unity and strength in the face of what he perceives as an external threat. By portraying himself as a strong leader, willing to take extreme measures, he could solidify his position within North Korea's power structure. Some of these missiles are designed to be launched from submarines, adding a layer of complexity and potential danger to regional stability. Additionally, North Korea's nuclear program has raised significant concerns. While the exact number of nuclear warheads the country possesses is unknown, experts estimate that Kim Jong-un has over 30 weapons that can be deployed on short, medium, and long-range missiles, meaning that almost any location on Earth is within range of North Korean nuclear attacks. Recent satellite imagery also suggests that North Korea could soon have the capability to launch intercontinental ballistic missiles from submarines, significantly enhancing their ability to strike targets far beyond the Korean peninsula. The potential impact, a devastating scenario. Now let us confront the grim reality of what could happen if North Korea's arsenal were used on U.S. soil. Beyond the initial blast, the consequences would be global repercussions. A world in crisis. The ramifications of a North Korean attack on the U.S. wouldn't be confined to American borders. Why would Kim Jong-un risk it? Unraveling the leader's motives now. It's crucial to try to understand the motivations behind such a horrific action. Moreover, Kim Jong-un's regime relies heavily on fear and control to maintain power. America's response, from diplomacy to retaliation. In the face of such a grave threat, the U.S. has several options, each with its own set of implications. The global community would also play a pivotal role in shaping the response. America's preparedness. A nation on guard in a realm of defense. There's a concept known as mutually assured destruction, or MAD, which posits that the threat of complete annihilation deters nations from engaging in nuclear warfare. In response to this threat, the U.S. maintains a robust defense system, including an advanced early warning network that can detect and track missile launches. A nation's true preparedness, however, goes beyond its military might. It encompasses a nation's resilience and its ability to recover from disaster. In conclusion, the mere contemplation of North Korea attacking the United States underscores the fragility of peace in our world. If you found this video informative, please consider giving it a thumbs up and subscribing for more insightful content. Thank you for watching.